Transmission complete. Welcome back.
Very aggressive variant. So I do expect to see a lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of Lilias, playing with the Lilia very early on, and just kind of playing through the early pressure of the sprites. It seems as if Rengar has gone first, Ashe has gone first, but it's with his 2 drops. The Song here has the advantage right away. Is going to be playing his Lilia. That's quite a standard play from Song. Lilia, Faith on is really good. You have the option to accelerate her, and whenever she moves, you play a sprite token where she was at, right? So currently if she's at base, you move her to the seat of power. You're gonna spawn a sprite token at the base, and the reason why that is good is because if you have smoke and mirrors, you're actually able to switch the positions of the temporary token that you've spawned at base as well as the Lilia, switch them around, and then once again trigger Lilia's ability. So you have a 6 might defender on that base.
1 point goes to Zi Song here as Lilia occupies the first battlefield. The sprite token played onto the base, paying 3 to use the Legends effect to spawn another sprite at the ready, conquering the other battlefield, netting them up to 2 points. The sprites coming in ready and going. Even if they have temporary, having a 3 might ready tokens that can just go in, it's really quite threatening.
Oh, I'm surprised.
It's the mask that gives might when something attacks or defends alone.
Okay, no, I was gonna say I'm surprised to see him not hiding the smoke and mirrors, but I didn't see the target speak. That target speak there is gonna be that will explain quite easily why he did that. 2 runes up means smoke and mirrors can be triggered, so you are able to just swap the locations of the Lilia as well as your sprite, causing for a very solid defense of 6 might, right? And Asher just having the Kai'Sa isn't enough to break through either. Isn't enough to break through the sprite even, right? Because of the Mask of Foresight.
Yeah, man, Ash, right here with the Rengar. I have to plan this out accordingly. Even though those sprites are temporary, it is a very big obstacle against the advancements of the Rengar.
I'm surprised you didn't see a unit being played for the side of Ashe, because if we saw a unit, then the Kai'Sa would be at 5, which makes a little bit more sense, unless he's got something like an ambush unit, which he does. If Further comes down here, I'm going to add an additional 3 more might to his attackers. So we are going to see a total of 8 might coming out from Ashe's side of the field. Song, on the other hand, only having 4 might to defend with.
That's a discipline.
Yeah, that's a
Buffing
discipline.
in.
That's 4, that's 6 might, plus a card draw. But that's not the smoke and mirrors like I was expecting. So we see the resolution of that. That's going to be 6 to 8.
Just have to trade out the Kai'Sa and the Lilia.
I mean, trading out the Kai'Sa is good value because, I mean, you're effectively neutralizing the energy that Ashe played earlier.
And you're denying the Kai'Sa the card draw as well.
Does Ashe have a way to buff up this Kai'Sa to make it so that he has 1 more card draw or nothing?
Nothing.
That's
Both of
just
them
gonna
go
be a trade,
away.
yeah.
Rengar going up by 1.
But it's gonna be so worth it for the side of Rengar there. And for the side of Song though. Getting rid of the Kai'Sa just like that. Shot free. Can't ask for much better.
Four runes available. 2 runes spent. This song's completely tapped out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't expect him to do anything else at this point. Just holding it on. That's a key to initiate there. Just building up his board for tempo.
Cycling 1? To hide a card.
Huh.
Could be Hidden Blade.
No,
Could
Hidden
be...
Blade is not an option. Hidden Blade is order.
What?
This is Fury
Oh,
and
Fury
Body.
and Body. Fury and Body. Why are you hiding those colors?
Pike, maybe.
Oh, right.
You know, the card that you just got.
All right. Yeah. Remind me, where did I get that from? Oh,
Right.
That's right, cardcentral.com. Anyways, going back to the match, it's Zi Song's turn. The sprites have been sent away because they are temporary. With a lot of runes at hand, he can potentially spawn more and take it for the picking.
So, Lilia here, going to be happy. I think it's probably thinking about doing Sprite Fountain. Any Sprite Fountain, 2 cost, 1 power, able to spawn a Sprite. Guess what? Thought correctly, Sprite Fountain does come out. Sprite does get spawned. It also has the Death Knell ability where when this is temporary, first of all, and then the Death Knell is spawn on the Sprite. Right, so you're constantly getting Sprites there, constantly getting Sprites ready, and sending them in as and when you need to. Sprite Fountain very efficient because it's only 2 energy and 1 power, and you're able to tap Lilia for another 3 more energy to come up with a secondary Sprite.
On play, get a Sprite. On kill, get a Sprite. On tap, get a Sprite.
I mean, that's
you
literally the whole
breathe.
thing.
You breathe, you get a Sprite.
Oh really? So I have Sprites right now?
This is Sprite deck. This is what Lilia's all about. With the second mask, the Sprites will be buffed to no tomorrow.
Well, I wouldn't say no tomorrow, but you get additional 1 might, 2 might, 3 might now. So now 1 Sprite value equals to 6 might.
6 might against the Inferno.
It was kind of unfair, doesn't it?
Even with the Pike playing down there, it doesn't really win it over, I think.
Yeah, it's only 5 might.
Yeah, even if you buff it up with the legend from Rengar, not enough.
It's enough to clear the Sprite. But you have to burn so many resources just for you to get there. Doesn't feel great if you ever actually have to do this play. Does Ash have a way?
Tapping.
Something to react with.
Playing.
Okay, so we do see the Pike come out. Pike going to trigger. He is paying for the power cost. Is thinking about the Rengar trigger now. Likely you're just gonna be buffing the Pike now. It's just gonna be even. You are gonna see 6 to 6. Does
3
Ash
mana.
have a
3
way?
runes.
Does Ash have a way to play something else, to do something else, in order to make this trade even? We do see Lily come out. Literally, definitely going to allow him to overpower the Sprite now. Now it's up to Song to see what targets he wants to pick, get rid of with this 6 might Sprite. I mean, I would get rid of the Nidalee, that's for sure. Nidalee Inferno, but if you get rid of the Nidalee Inferno, Pike can just hop over to the other side next turn if he wants to.
The Song thinking real hard on his attack targets from the Sprite, decides to go along with what you have said, the Nidalee and the Inferno, leaving the Pike to remain. Defense has been successful, the Song's attack has failed. And thus passed over to Kamal. Rengar going up from 1 point to 2.
Yeah, Ash here, gonna be pretty comfortable being able to hold. He will also be able to, yeah, there we go. Conquer the Seat of Power there. The Pike does have ganking, so you are able to just draw a card with Seat of Power. As long as you've got control of both of the other battlefield, you are going to be able to draw a card when you conquer the Seat of Power. And we know whenever a battlefield has the words draw a card, it's automatically a really good battlefield. Seat of Power is not seen earlier on in Spirit Forged, but when the Dreaming Tree was rotated out, when Obelisk of Power was rotated out, suddenly Seed of Power became a card that was seen in a lot of these aggressive style decks. It's a lot harder for you to pull off, but it doesn't make it any less effective. Song, it was the one running it, but now Ash is the one benefiting from it, leaving 4 runes up. It just passes like that. It's not even enough for the Rengar. I wonder what he's leaving his runes up for.
Could be another Nidalee, could be this, could be that. But notably, Lilia has a lot of runes up right now on their turn. With 3 masks up for the gear, 1 Sprite token is enough to take out either one, either the Pike or the other battlefield.
Yes, I mean, having 3 Master Foresights out is bit ridiculous. Even I've not played a game with Song like that. 3 sprite master sprite, smash all 4 sides, allow for 6 might sprites. I mean, dude, honestly, if Song is able to play something like the sprite burst, suddenly you have 5 energy pumping out 12 might. Just saying.
Oh man, that's
a Heart of Dark Eyes, and this is what I'm talking about. Heart of Dark Eyes allows you to increase one of your units might by 3, plus the master foresight, that's plus 3, plus your base, that's plus 3. You have a 9 might sprite now that's gonna charge straight into their Targon's Peak or even the Seat of Power. Is really up to you. The world is Song's oyster. It is plus 6, 9 might. Running into Kinko Initiate. I think Kinko Initiate is gonna have some nightmares tonight.
That is not a cute sprite. That is a very muscular, buffed up sprite. Like, holy! That is insane. The amount of setup Zi Song has high rolled here. Really, this game is in his favor. And it is now Rengar's focus. See if he has a reactive play. Even a punch first won't even be able to punch out that very buffed up sprite. What is going on here?
Honestly, I would kind of just give it up at this point and go next. I mean, this full setup is really, really, really ridiculous, and it's hard to pull off. It's honestly not easy for you to get to this point, but if you are able to get to this point, it feels almost unbeatable unless you've got something like a thermal beam that comes out from nowhere.
Oh, and that would net up the Lilia to 3 points from the buffed up sprite out of nowhere. And he's gonna make another one from his Legends effect and take the other battlefield, fighting the Pike.
6 might to 2 might. Now punch first world work. Is Ash really gonna dedicate that many resources? Nope, it seems like it's just gonna be the trophy hunter that comes down.
Forcing out every resource he has against this one little sprite. Zi Song is not losing out much as compared as the Rengar.
Not at all.
Pike has been taken out, the defense has been successful, but at what cost? Too much to bear.
Then the trophy hunter there. If it was without the Pride Stalker, it would have traded the Rengar with the sprite, which feels like an absurd thing for me to say. I can't believe it. I wouldn't believe it unless I see it. Some sprites are hitting like trucks at this point.
That's a Raven Bloom student, and passing the turn. With 6 runes available, Rengar's in a tight spot. Points are 3 to 3. But the board state says otherwise. Lilia's taking the cake for this one. From holding the point, Rengar goes from 3 points to 4 points.
Rengar here. Just needing to develop, I think, some might in the base. I wouldn't mind just pulling back some of my pulling back the Rengar Trophy Hunter and just playing out some units to base. Just so that I can develop might and then do a push next turn. I'm already at even points. I don't need to put point number 5 right now.
There's a sabotage. Time to see what is in Zi Song's hand. More sprites.
I expect to see a lot of buff spells, I think.
That's a defy. Doesn't want him to know what's in his hand. His hand information is vital, even though it's only 2 cards.
I mean, you might as well, right? If you have to defy, you might as well use it. Prevent your opponent from having full information, full knowledge.
Challenging against the sprite.
No, the Raven Bloom.
Raven Bloom with your Rengar.
Alright, if you're doing it like that, then there's a world where you may say, but yeah, I think pulling back here is the smarter play. Sprites do get killed at the start of the turn because of the temporary effect. Song here, 3 points. Will probably head up to 5 points this turn. Does he have a way to spawn another sprite? If not, he's gonna only be able to take out 1 point, which is not super ideal because in the most ideal state, you'll be capturing 2 points every single turn, triggering the Seat of Power every single turn, so that you can keep your sprites, keep yourself in the game.
on the mana, using the legend to play out the first sprite of the turn, conquering the battlefield and getting him 1 point.
Yeah, but is there a way to come out with? Is there a way to create another sprite? Doesn't seem like it. Plays the Plundering Poro instead. Is going to untap 2 from the target's peak trigger, and yeah, I mean, Song not the most happy about doing something like this, but it is kind of with the nature of the deck, right? You're able to play a sprite every single turn. You're able to guarantee yourself at least 1 point every single turn. We haven't really seen that pop-off turn yet, where Song is able to just flip the board with like 4 or 5 sprites. But at this stage of the game, you don't have to. You just slowly maintain point parity, and just slowly get back into it. Right now, Ash bringing that Rengar back into the seat of power, not wanting to fight that sprite token.
Irresistible Faith Folk that has returned, but against a deck like Lilia, it's not gonna find much use right now, and gonna challenge again, fighting off
the Poro. Yeah, makes sense. Get rid of the Poro. Make sure that Song can't have an easy way to get 2 points. You don't want your opponent to break into this battlefield easily. You want to make it challenging. But I wonder if Ash has a way to defend with that Rengar, because Song here is going to be able to push in with a 9 might sprite no matter what Ash does.
9 might sprites, all thanks to the setup he has. All his gears giving his sprites might. Oh man. That's...
I don't really see from the glare, but looks like a Raven Spoon? No, it could be the Poro as well. Glare is a little bit unfortunate there, sorry guys. But yeah, here we are just gonna see Thrill the Hunt being triggered. Gonna get Ash up to 6 points now. Song, in a little bit of a hurry, needs to be able to kill off this Rengar. Does manage to kill off the Rengar. Surprised that you throw the hunt there. I would have probably waited for Song to push in and then throw the hunt over. Maybe he was worried that Song won't push in, which feels a little bit weird.
Stable Bay folks sitting on the base, waiting for the Rengar.
Actually, I wonder if Ash had another throw of the hunt. It may be a good idea to push the Irresistible Faithful into the seat of power, and on the temporary trigger throw the hunt over.
Be a play.
Yeah,
It's certainly a play. It's certainly a play, especially at 6 points right now.
question is, will he have that?
Showing his opponent what the card does.
Still in Song's turn. Song needing to find a way out instead of a second throw of the hunt. In case of a second throw of the hunt.
Playing runes 5 or Darius. Does he have another? He does not have another card to trigger off the Darius. Have to force pass over to Lilia's turn. This is a matter of who draws the card to advance the game state. For Lilia, it would be the spawning of the sprites. For the Rengar, it would be to build up a board presence to repel off against the sprite threat that is coming in with 9 might, and it is a ridiculous amount of number of might with the setup that is on the battlefield. Taking on one of the battlefield that will net up the score up from 5 to 6.
points are very, very even right now. Super close. Song is going to be able to summon one more sprite. Is going to go to 7. Is going to be able to get Speed Power Trigger. Going to make things that much closer for him to win this. All Song needs to do is hold. We do see a Charm coming in. Is going to charm the Darius in.
Forcing it to fight.
Oh, it's gonna fight the Rex, the Rune Rex. Oh, that's huge. That's a 9-might unit. Darius gone. Ash's hope for winning the game that much lower. Disarming rate being played right now. No gears. He just wants the might on the board. He wants a way for him to hold. I think Song here feels as if he's locked down the game. Only left. Ash is only left with 2 cards in hand. Ash needs to think about it. I mean, honestly, you're 39 minutes on the clock. There is still time. But if I'm in Ash's shoes, maybe just scoop and go next. Don't worry too much about this game. Shrug off all the worries and just take the next win.
Don't worry if you cannot win this one. Focus on the next 2 ones. You have a total of 3 chances. Take the other 2 if you cannot take the first one. Rengar, Ashraf on the thinking here, how he should proceed.
I really wonder what Ash is trying to contemplate at this point.
And just goes over the game too.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like that was the right play right from the start. Don't know why that was.
Turn 2 play.
Turn 1 play.
Turn 1 play.
Dude is being channeled right now. You do see the Fey Folk that he just drew off the top. Fey Folk going to be played right there.
Fey Folk.
What a top deck here. Song now not. I don't think he can afford to necessarily play the Lilia right off the bat. Yep, just plays the Plundering Pearl there instead. You don't mind the Plundering Pearl going in, but you do mind if the Lilia does go in again. So here, taking the safer option, giving the Pearl as an offering to the cute god. Irresistible Fey Folk here.
But unfortunately, all that the Fey Folk will just be resisted by is just sprites for Lilia. Sentry being played right here.
Determined Sentry. That's 2 might on the Irresistible Fey Folk. Song not gonna be able to defend the Pearl all that much.
I think at 1 point for Rengar, going up from 0 to 1.
Yeah, it does pull in the Poro, so it's gonna be a 2 for 2. Actually, not even 2 for 2. The Inferno is coming down. Is gonna be able to buff out that Irresistible Fey Folk. Is gonna be 3/3 right now. You are going to be able to not kill anything with that Plundering Poro.
Has to let it go. Very early game, not really worth spending the resources for.
Yeah, and this is what I mean, right? Lilia, and this is Song saw this, decided not to play the Lilia, and I think that was a good call overall. And now Ash is very much in the lead, 1 point up, 2 units developed on the board, aiming to potentially get actually 3 units developed on the board, and hides a card as well. Pike being the card of choice there.
Pike will be a great defensive option for Rengar should the Lilia send his sprite over, but I think in this turn, Zi Song has to create a board presence that can threaten Rengar's board state right now. He has way too much for Lilia to conquer. There's nothing on the board, he has to build 1 to take the counteract. Place the Lilia, the chosen champion, at the base and passes the turn right here.
Also take the slower approach. I think this is fine. Developing might is always the right option. Is always a option that you can take. 2 up means that there's probably some sort of defensive card that Song has in his hand. I do expect to see Ash trigger the... And he doesn't even need to trigger the Pike because you have the Determined Sentry that can go into the Duskrow's lab. Would be very surprised if he does do this. Triggers the Pike. Because the Pike... Is he gonna Radiant? No! Yes, he is.
Going in! He's gonna take the other battlefield, right?
I mean, yeah, but why risk the pike when you can just push into sentry?
Unless he plays something like a challenge as an attempt to take out the Lilia hiding in the base? It's retreating the 2 units back and putting the faithful.
Oh, pulling the Lilia in.
Right. Just to force out the Lilia and making sure that Zi Song does not have the value of getting sprites every time Lilia moves at their own convenience. Has to take it out.
The Smoke and Mirrors gonna be saving that sprite, is gonna be spawning 6 might in. Ashe, not seeing this the first game, is going to get punished. That's what 6 might for 6 might is gonna be a trade on Ashe's turn as well.
6 might sprite trading the faithful and the pike during their turn.
Ashe needs to play a unit right here at ambush speed. Needs to be able to do something. If not, he can't buff it. If not, he's just gonna go for a fair trade. And he's just completely misplayed. Didn't see this play. Didn't think this was possible. Now gets heavily punished for it.
Getting two triggers off the Lilia. Zi Song has full value out of it. Smoke and Mirrors really carrying him. Forces the Rengar to punch first, buffing the pike as just to secure this trade between the 2 sprites.
That feels so bad. I mean, having to use punch first there burns you of 2 runes, burns you of so many resources. Punch first could easily be used way later in the game, but so I'm gonna be very happy with that. Being like, mate, I just used Smoke and Mirrors. That's 2 might. You had to go back and forth, burn 1 power using the pike, burn 2 power using the punch first. It's absolutely ridiculous. Ashe is now way behind, even though his board state is looking way better. He only has 2 runes up. Song, on the other hand, has 7. And the Lilia has still lived.
This is insane. Lilia's way ahead. Doesn't matter the board presence because all Lilia needs is just sprites. And with the rune count, Rengar only has 2. Lilia has bunch for days. And you can make your own sprite just from the chosen champion. Whenever she moves, she makes a sprite. And she conquered, getting 1 point. Legend also spawns sprites. Sprites for days. Sprite over here, sprite over there, sprite everywhere.
Just to be clear, we're talking about sprite tokens. We're not talking about that lemony, nice, transparent drink.
Oh man, now you got me thirsty. The drink, of course, not.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Sure, definitely. So sprite fountain does get played. Once more sprite gets added to the board. We are going to tap the legend. We are going to have 2 sprites go in. 6 might against the pike's 2 might. Ashe now loses another unit.
Units are being cleared.
Units are being cleared right now. Song establishing his board. There's only 3 units on Ashe's side with only 1 hand card and 2 runes. Ashe is not in a good place. Can't even play the trophy hunter anymore.
Very lacking behind. Even point lead here does not matter. He doesn't have the stuff to counteract Song's board state. This will be an obstacle for Rengar.
And you know, Rengar is kind of just played right into Song's hands, into Lilia's hands, because Lilia doesn't really care about the board because of all those tokens that she can spawn.
Doesn't
Lilia
matter.
Lilia just gets marginal value every single time because right now with the defense of the 2 sprites, right, Ashe, for him to commit 6 might or 7 might in, has to be playing something like a punch first. But wait, he's already used the punch first. So what can he do against a 6 might of Lilia? The answer is, well, virtually nothing.
2 card hand, 4 runes, 3 units, 1 of them effectively having an assault, decides to send it all in an attempt to fight the Lilia, recognizing that it's the threat of the deck.
3, 2, that's 5. 5 to Lilia's 4. Does Song have a way to buff? No, there's no way.
Have to let it go.
Yeah, we'll kill 1 Determined Sentry, we'll kill 1 Inferna in exchange. does manage to go to 4. It may seem like Ash is winning right now, but let me tell you for a fact that the board and the hand size and the runes say otherwise.
Oh man, those sprites go away, but they will be back. They will always come back.
Yep, there we go. One just came back.
Yep, and you can spawn another one with the legend. Whoa!
I think Lilia honestly has been. It's kind of unfortunate right now in the meta because there's just so many ways for you to counter the deck, right? One of the ways is the Vex Empathetic, which we talked about a bit earlier, where just one card is just going to counter your whole deck, right? And you have to find creative ways to get rid of that. I think we saw one of the ways that Song kind of chose, which was the Rune Rex. No, not Rune Rex, Rip type Rex. They're able to just deal 6 damage to the Vex to get rid of it when it's in the board. Oh,
Charming over the Kaiser after conquering and fighting the Sentry, making sure that he does not have anything at all. Very detrimental for Rengar.
yeah. And Master Foresight is a trigger, by the way, so it's not a passive effect of 1. It's every single time it attacks or defense alone, it gains 1. So that means that Kaiser was taken down and the sprite was just living there. Song 4 right now. Points has been caught up with. Ash has only 6 runes up right now, 2 cards in hand. Can play the Trophy Hunter if he wants to, but is going to be easily eliminated with just 2 sprites that are going in. 1 sprite burst is the equivalent cost of a Rengar.
Oh man. Rune advantage, card advantage. Don't really need to commit a lot for Lilia to gain the advantage here. Rengar in a very tight spot now. Decides to go all in with Chosen Champion, Rengar Trophy Hunter occupying the battlefield. Fights the 1 sprite. Does Lilia have a reaction?
Honestly, doesn't even matter, but it does have a reaction anyway. Smokescreen comes out -4 might to that Rengar, 3 might versus 4 might. Everything that Ash is throwing at Song is not sticking, is bouncing back, is bouncing off the walls, off the gelatinous globs, off the sprites. Nothing is sticking, nothing is running. 2 punch bursts have been used on sprites. This is not what Ash wants to do. This is not what Ash wants to see. Song, on the other hand, just kicking back, relaxing, humming a very happy song to himself.
Oh man, Ash going back to the same issue of having very little runes as compared to Lilia having a lot, and this gives Lilia with so much to work on.
It's not even runes, it's just resources. He's got 1 card and he's got no Chosen Champion left. And then, he's tapped out, so then Song just needs to send in two sprites, and there's no answer for Ash. The Rengar's just gonna get killed. There's a sprite fountain. That's 1
little sprite,
2 little sprites,
3 little sprites.
All the sprites are coming out. There is absolutely no way for Ash to defend against this. There's another Heart of Dark Eyes coming out here. Heart of Dark Eyes plus the Master Foresight plus just the base power of the sprite brings him up to 7 might per sprite. For 1 sprite per turn. I mean, one of these sprites is just enough to kill off the Rengar, and then suddenly you're gonna see 3. You're gonna see the other sprite go over to the Star Spring. Song is gonna be pretty happy, going up to 6 points here, and Ash is absolutely wiped out.
Next turn, Lilia can just take the win here. Rengar doesn't have an effective way to clear out the both of the sprites unless he pulls out another Rengar. But even then, Lilia has a very comfortable time taking them both out on the next turn. Let's see what Rengar has cooked up in the kitchen.
I think the kitchen's burning, man. Do you smell the smoke?
Very... Oh no!
Burnt cat? Burnt tiger for dinner, maybe? Because Lilia, even though it doesn't look very carnivorous, sprites on the other hand, maybe. And I can tell you that the last dish for dinner is a cat. Never personally had cat, and I don't think I will, but that is just gonna be a Ashan stealing the sprite fountain. Doesn't even spawn the sprite, by the way, because you only spawn the sprite on play and when it dies. So it doesn't even spawn the sprite right now. And Song needs to have a way to spawn in a second sprite that is going to be the sprite burst that is just going to be able to spawn 2 sprites, and that's going to be the game.
Lilia takes the win, and that concludes.